back to No Chill with Gilbert Arenas. Now we got a very, very special episode for you today. Now, Gil, you're one of the most astute, not only astute basketball minds, but just minds in general. So I like hearing your opinion on all types of random shit.
Okay.
So we got, unwritten rules. We're gonna talk about unwritten rules of the game. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give you a bunch of different topics in the basketball world, and I'm gonna get your opinion on them. Like I said, you're the person I go to first because you generally have the right mentality, whether it's sending guys to Budapest or who they can't come at light-skinned dudes. There's just a lot of rules and regulations out there. So first unwritten rule we want to talk about is fans sitting courtside at basketball games. Now, LeBron James made headlines recently when he booted two Caucasian Pacers fans.
Caucasian Patriots, okay.
I mean, it's important, especially in the Black Lives Matter era and everything going on in the world. For me, it made my heart warm and flutter just to see him to be able to do that, in the birthplace of the KKK in Indiana. That's just, 40, 50 years ago, he wasn't getting that off. He wasn't, sundown, he wasn't going to be able to get out of that town. But, word is on the street, and this hasn't been confirmed, but that they were making comments about Bronny and a bunch of other different shit. And LeBron deals with all types of stuff. Obviously, you look at his social, just look at the way people come at him. He deals with a lot of craziness. So I want to say from you personally, what are the rules and regulations in your mind for fans that sit courtside at NBA basketball games? Okay, when it comes to,
it's kind of different. It depends on the athlete. As a family man, like LeBron is, I'm pretty sure no matter what you're trying to say to win the game, kids is off limits. Yeah. If you want to talk about my girlfriend or my wife or me personally, I don't really give a shit.
So girlfriend or wife are...
you just expect that.
But what if it's like long-term wife that you like, high school sweetheart, that you've been like 15, 18 years strong?
It depends on what they're saying. Of course they're gonna say, oh, you should sleep with your teammate or do something. Like that's part of the game. Okay. But when you're talking about, this person should die, like, yeah, that's too aggressive, bro. I just all I did was just make two baskets straight, and you're talking about, family members dying, that's just a little too far.
And I always made this point that I felt like when the throwback era started and fans could go buy jerseys and they can get the full uniforms, that for some reason it made them think that they could do what you guys were able to do. Like, oh, I do it on the video game and I got the jersey on so I can talk to Gil any way that I feel. So when you're playing and hooping, like you said, how cognizant are you of what fans are saying? And has there ever been a point when you were hooping where somebody just said some shit and it's like, whoa, you got to get out of here?
It's just like, I think I've watched too many movies. What was it? The Damon Wayans, was it Celtics Pride? Yeah. It's like you have the Wesley Snipes one too. Yeah. You have
De Niro.
Yeah. You have super fans. You have people who really believe that they impact winning and losing. So that mindset going into arena, added with liquor, added with, being at home, you can have some really extreme, blurt outs. I'm pretty sure like things that were said in previous years was worse, compared to now, because now, players have power to have, those people removed versus, back in the day.
I mean, I think about somebody like a Bill Russell comes to mind.
Yeah.
And it's like, shit.
Bill Russell in Boston.
I play here for y'all, and that's what y'all saying?
Yeah.
I know Marcus Smart has said he's heard similar verbiage. So you view yourself when you're in the middle of a hoop in a game, have you ever caught a fan saying some reckless, out-of-pocket shit?
Oh, no, I've been called the N-word plenty of times.
Really?
Yeah, but, it's kind of weird when, you're being called the N-word and then they have on, a Paul Pierce jersey or Kevin Garnett's jersey. It's like, oh, okay. Like it's just, so now I know that's not a real one. You didn't earn your racism.
Hard R or soft A though?
ER.
Okay.
But to me, like I'm more cognizant of real things. Like the fact that you have on a Paul Pierce jersey lets me know you're not a real racist. I'm not just gonna grant you racism. Like you have to earn that shit. Yeah. And just calling me that because I'm an opposing player trying to get under my skin and you got a Paul Pierce, and I said it, you have a Paul Pierce jersey on. He's not even white, he's really black. Like, that, like he's from Inglewood, bro. That is like, That's like, come on. I don't think you really thought that one through.
Inglewood is I would.
No, but I'm just saying, you didn't think that one through. You didn't really think that one through. You're just doing it because you think it's going to get under my skin. I'm from the Valley.
And, San Fernando Valley Finest. Have you ever had to get a fan ejected from a game or booted or any of that?
No. I want, especially if I'm going off, I want you to feel all this 40, 50 I'm giving your team. You gotta remember, the reason you're talking shit is because you're losing. So I want you to take this ass whooping with you when you leave.
And have you ever been in a point where maybe a fan saying some crazy out of pocket shit to you, but towards the end of the game they turn and just have to become a fan of yours?
Most of them, you know what's so funny? Like racism in sports is it's a little different to me than, what we see on Instagram or what we see in the public, because you got to remember, there's no all white team or all black team. I mean, pretty sure all black team basketball, but there's really not all one dominant team. So the fact that you are a fan of that team and you're cheering those players on kind of goes against the rules of what racism really is.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't see people in signs in Boston saying, "I will bring back the all-white team." I haven't seen that sign yet. So, the fact that you're still like rooting, that's what I said. It's kind of weird. It's just a weird dynamic when it comes to sports.
And then we talk about like celebrities sitting courtside. Obviously, Laker games, even Clippers games to an extent. You'll get some famous faces there. Knicks games, same thing. I don't know about Nets games, because I hear those tickets are going for like $5 a pop. But do celebrities get more leeway in terms of the things they can say? Like if it's Rihanna and she's talking shit to you, are you more or less inclined to care? Or are you like, damn, Riri? What?
Nah, you don't care because, usually celebrities don't go overboard, because they are celebrities and they get hackled themselves. So they can be hackling you and someone's hackling them. So it kind of really doesn't really have the same impact as just a regular, normal fan. Like, as a celebrity, they're just rooting for their team. So they're going to try, like the Drake.
Yeah.
The Drake, what Drake does is that's just fun. That's just funny to me, that he can really get under people's skin.
And obviously you played in the Garden. Somebody like Spike Lee, does he have any impact or effect on opposing players? We've seen obviously Reggie Miller have to give him that work back in the day.
I don't want to be rude, but it's like pretty, like he's so pretty 80s. Mid-90s, kind of you really, to get to these players today, you gotta need someone that's a little younger.
You're just like, Spike, you're too old for this, Chief.
Yeah, no, you're just, because the people that are playing now, they know you, but they don't idolize you for what you've done. You're just, it's just like Jack Nicholson. You guys are just, you're kind of too old for this genre, these players to really get under their skin. It's like, shut your old ass up. It's just, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. It's not like, so you won't have that Reggie Miller thing going back with Spike, because he's just not, you need someone younger that can do it.
Has a famous person ever tried to come at you in a game and you had to go back at them and just clown them?
No. No. Irv Gotti was mad at me once.
Irv Gotti.
Yeah, we was in Houston. We were playing Houston. In Houston, and I think they had money on the spread. And a few shots at the end of the game that didn't mean nothing. They kind of lost a couple thousand, so a couple 100,000. So he was really pissed at me personally. Because of that. But it was no shit talking though. But it was.
And then I know you said you used to like seeing Denzel at a game and things like that. But who have you been at a game and saw and been like, oh shit, that's that person, that's that dude.
Holly Berry. Tisha Campbell, Pam off of Martin. Yeah, she was sitting right next to the bench. It was when I scored 62. I wanted to just smooch on her after I scored 6 because I felt I was the man, and we secretly was dating since I was a child because of the show. Her. Is it Eva
Longoria? No.
Is it Eva Longoria? But it was Tony Parker's wife.
I mean,
because I heard in this. I don't know where I heard it from. But she said I was one of her favorite players. And I was like, wait, huh? Say what again? But she was married to my guy Parker, so that was off limits.
Okay. We're going to get to kind of the rules of dating a little bit later on in the show, but want to hit you quickly. We saw, before Luke Walton got fired, it was almost kind of an ominous situation, but the Kings fan who was sitting courtside got a little too turned up, started yakking all over the court. Have you ever been in a game and seen some stuff like that happen?
Well, I mean, certain fans should be allowed to just vomit, just certain, let's just be honest.
Is that a natural reaction for a Kings fan to be able to have watching that brand of basketball?
Yeah, I mean, it's just part of that. Just your team sucks. You're having a good time, and the highlight was to throw up. I mean, that's you're a hero. But you got to remember, their fans back in the day were ruthless because they had dollar beer night.
Okay.
Now think about dollar beer night with a group that actually has a winning season. It got hectic in that building. So that group is used to drinking and whatever happening. But I've never seen it courtside.
So in your opinion, you played in pretty much every NBA arena. Who had the most rulliest or unruly fans? Who had the rowdiest, unruly, wildest? Like when you went
for an opponent?
Yeah, you just know they were going to be turned up no matter what it was.
Boston or Cleveland.
Okay. Ooh, Cleveland. That's interesting.
Yeah, Cleveland.
They didn't have much to do out
there.
there.
They don't got shit to do but have colored hair and just root for LeBron, basically. It's just colored hair and rooting for LeBron is basically what Cleveland was about. But yeah, Cleveland, playing them in the playoffs was just, those some rude motherfuckers. When I was with Golden State playing against Sacramento, that was a fight. Oh, that was. Because Kings was good at that time, so that was...
And Sacramento, just as a city, anybody who knows the makeup of California, just they have a lot to be angry about.
Yeah. What they ranked, was they ranked top... Was it top 1 or 2 ugliest most people in the world? That was that city, right? No, I swear. They had Sacramento, top 5, ugliest people ever. I just... Don't quote me on that, but I swear that was a rating. And if that's the case, I can see why they're mad. They need dollar beer. Was it true?
It was 2.
No, they can't get mad. What I want to know is, because
I knew it.
San Antonio, Sacramento, you hear these things. Obviously, Barkley's been very outspoken about the looks of the people in these cities. Who goes around from door to door checking?
That's what I know. I knew I read that somewhere, though, but they're ranked. They're number 2.
That's not a list I want to be on.
No Chill is brought to you by Calm. When it comes to athletes, we tend to focus on physical fitness, but there's another side to the game that's just as important: mental fitness. Calm, the #1 app for sleep and meditation, has teamed up with LeBron James to help you train your mind and become the champion version of yourself. Your mind is like any other muscle in your body, but you don't have to be a world champion to learn how to train it. Calm can help you train your brain so you can sleep better, reduce your stress, and perform at your best. Take it from LeBron James, who said, "Getting good sleep and finding time to rest is one of the most valuable things I can do for my body and mind. From the sound of rain falling on leaves to bedtime sleep stories, Calm puts me to sleep within minutes, which means I wake up ready for any challenge," end quote. So if you head to calm.com/nochill for a limited time, you'll get 40% off of a Calm premium subscription. With Calm, you have access to natural scenes LeBron loves, like rain on leaves and so much more. Like sleep stories and meditations, you can be ready for any challenge that life throws your way. Get started at calm.com/nochill. That's calm.com/nochill. This episode of No Chill is brought to you by Stance. I got 5 kids, and gift buying for 5 kids ain't cheap, which is why this Christmas I'm doing my shopping at Stance. Take it from Agent Zero. You can never go wrong with socks and underwear. And these aren't any socks and underwear. Stance makes the best socks and underwear money can buy. Guaranteed to make merry with quality comfort for you and yours. Stance has made gifts giving super simple this holiday season. Stance premium line of socks, apparel, and more always comes correct with colorful constructions, innovative materials, and choice fits that are built to last. Throw in an all-star curation of A-list collaborators, and those lucky recipients on your holiday nice list have never had it so good. Check out Stance.com for all of the latest, including several different subscription options that are sure to keep your friends and family feeling great all year round. Stance are the official casual socks of the NBA, with incredible designs of your favorite players like LeBron James and Steph Curry. Stance has the perfect gift for every punk and poet on your list. Go see for yourself. It's easy. Just head on over to Stance.com and pick out your styles you think they might like. Enjoy the color and comfort of a life less ordinary with Stance.
Look, I want to talk to you a little bit about in-game fighting. Obviously, we had the LeBron versus Isaiah Stewart situation. It's a different era. You guys used to throw hands lightly back in your day, but what are the deciding factors that go into your mind if somebody really is about that and wants to fight you?
How much is it going to cost me?
It's a business decision.
It is. It actually is a business decision because. So back in the day, you got to remember, fines were only $5,000 for, just being fined. So you have two things that's going on with situations that happen in the game. You have being fined, which is a max of, I think, about $50,000, and being suspended. That's a game check, right? So depending on how much you make per game determines if you are actually going to fight. So basically, everyone the top 20, when it comes to pay, they're not fighting.
They're not fighting.
They're not even going to think about fighting. They might get rowdy and rough, but they're not trying to get suspended because that's going to cost anywhere from $200,000 to basically $500,000 every game they're suspended. So no, those players are not going to fight. Like, no, don't even get close to me. So I don't even want to throw. I'll wrestle with you and tussle to the point where we just get fined $50,000.
Yeah.
But I don't care what you tell me in this game, you're not worth $500,000 for me to throw a punch. You can tell me my wife is cheating on me. For $500,000, I just get a new wife. You know what I mean? But I am not going to swing and be suspended for five, and that's just one game. Now, if you give me 3 games, that's 1.5, and still I got to get a new wife? No. But that's what goes through a person's mind during that altercation.
So for an average poor person like myself, we hear fines. I don't think shit about that. I don't think, suspension. LeBron suspended, you pointed out, he's losing about 400 racks, 500 racks, right, on that game check. For you as an NBA player, when you find out, hey, how do they tell you you're getting fined? Is it a text? They send you an email?
Yeah, the next day, you be like, oh yeah, or like right after the game, usually after the game, probably about either late midnight or early in the morning, you'll find out if you've been suspended.
And how's that information?
Oh, that hurts. You get a text or from your agent or from the team. Ooh. And it hurts. Like, oh, damn, he wasn't worth 400. Oh, man. Oh, and how much he got 2 games? A total of $60,000. Oh my God, $60,000. That's it. And that's.
So even losing something in like the 10, 15, 60, whatever range, like they find you on text, all that shit, right? So you
so like Stewart, for 2 games, it only cost him $60,000. So that ain't a fair fight. Like, I don't want to fight you, bro. You're $60,000. No, but of course you want to fight.
60 to him is like 400 to Brian.
True, but it's not. True, but it's not. Okay, this is not.
So, gotta ask you, in your time and even looking at the league today, who are guys that you would absolutely, under no circumstance, want to fight with? Like, if they were trying to squab, let's say they were making a similar amount of salary, money wasn't an issue, no fines, anything like that. Who are you looking at like, I'm not with you like that?
Anyone I can lose to. I don't want to fight somebody I'm going to lose to. So anybody from the shooting guard to the center, off limits. Off limits. All right. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Off from if you play the shooting guard and up, off limits. All right. And then when we come to these point guards, it really depends. All right. You know, I probably fight one of the Ball brothers. You know.
Which one though? Because the thing is, you fight Lonzo or LaMelo, then you got to deal with Jello.
Both of them. Yeah, you know what?
But Jello's
I'm good.
tough.
I won't fight the Ball brothers because they come in 3 plus they got pops, and he looks like he will punch.
And they're from Chino Hill, so you know there's no rules.
Let me go ahead and scratch them off. I'll go with is Ricky Rubio still in the league? I'll fight a Ricky Rubio. Yeah, that's my class of like, because I know I want to win. I want to win. I don't want like.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to, try to go into a home crowd and you just got your ass whooped because every city you go in is going to be laughing at you.
And what do you do? Because, I mean, I love LeBron. Obviously, he's my favorite player. But there's no way him versus Isaiah Stewart, he was going to get washed. And that's just no disrespect to Brian. Isaiah Stewart just built like straight predator.
They're both built like, listen, I'm just going to be honest with you.
But younger.
All that sounds cool, but we just gonna have to look at it how we looked at it. Y'all looking at how crazy the man looked coming at LeBron. I look at it like, bro, he did a back swipe moving backwards and bust your whole eye open. I'm not sure that you really won't fight this, bro, like that. Like your whole face busted on a rebound outlet. I don't know if you want to take knuckles to the face on this guy right here.
I met LeBron a few days before that incident happened, and the thing that stuck with me, the dude's hands are fucking ginormous. I tried to dap him up. He just like swallowed my whole shit up.
I'm not. Look,
I'm a big-handed gentleman. Like you can look and see, but I'm looking at that hand like that's literally like.
But listen, if I'm going for a rebound and you like swipe and bust my whole eye and I'm bleeding, getting punched is the last of the things I want to happen at this point. Okay? Because I almost got in a fight once, and reality did kick in. It was with Dallenberg.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he kept giving me
he
kept giving me like these little cheap shots, and I decided the old school trick. He's running in front, you clip him. Boop. He hit the ground. Yeah, punks, stay down. And kept going. And there was a play where I don't know why coach called it. But I was supposed to pass it and then brush him to open up the big. So I'm trying to brush past him, and he just, boom, just level, just boom. And I'm like the play's going on, ref didn't see it, and I'm just sitting there going out of bounds. Dane's like, no, he just hit me, bro. He just hit me. the play is going on, I'm sitting on the, it's not the scores table, it's the sideline little thing. I'm just sitting there like, they're trying to figure out what's going on. I'm like, oh, he hit me. And I remember after the game, I'm gonna see you in the hallway. So I run to the other side, and I'm running to him, and then he got in the stands, and I just remember somebody saying, yo, you know he's a black belt, right? And I was like, yeah, next game, I got you. Like I didn't need no one to stop me. Black belt went in my brain, he's a black belt. And that just, I mean, you lucky. I'm gonna get your next game, and then walk to my locker room like, I didn't want none of that.
Yeah, I would have never imagined his big. I was at like P. Newell's big man camp with him back in the day when like his rookie or second year, and he was the coolest dude in the club.
Yeah.
Getting us all the underage kids drinking shit, like turning up. So I would have never imagined, but you got to be careful with them type of dudes.
Yeah, too nice.
So last thing we hit you on, Darren Williams fighting Frank Gore. Would you ever see yourself getting into a situation like that? And if you could fight one old school NBA player, pay-per-view, I'm gonna say, because you're already baller, I'm gonna say $25 million purse. Who are you squaring up with?
Okay, listen, I'm just gonna be honest with you. It looks like, that shit look like it hurts, okay? All right, getting hit looks like it really hurts. And I'm the type of person that I'll be training and you better not hit me in training. You know, I don't want no part of reality. This is gonna be just one-sided thing. Like, yeah, look at these hands, And then I'll get the rude awakening inside the arena, like soon as it ding, and then I swing, and obviously the jab didn't go and he hit me. I quit, I walk, I'm good. This is not what I thought was gonna happen, bro. You don't even supposed to move. throw that down, and I would have walked out. But I'm going for Darren. I think the other guy, like, what, 5'4", 5'5", 5'6"?
Frank, but he built like a gorilla though.
He looks like one too. After my man Darren Williams get to that face, this NBA, NBA right here, baby.
And I fuck with Darren because back in the day when he got caught up early in Utah in his career, I think the fake name he gave him was like Purvis or something like that. But it was like, yeah, I wouldn't even question you. Like, you definitely look like.
But a fighting ex-NBA player?
Or Perry, I think, whatever it was.
As I said, nah.
All right.
Nah. Not even gonna lie.
What if it's when Ricky Rubio retires?
Oh yeah, no, I do that.
Okay.
Unless if somebody like, yo, he like a green belt, I'm like, I'm good.
Ricky Rubio might have hands.
I know, that's why I be like, look, I got hands, but I've never been hit because I was fast then, not fast now. So the possibility of being hit is very high, and I don't want to feel none of that.
I mean, you don't want to.
I get dizzy. I get dizzy standing up fast sometimes.
You don't end up like Nate Robinson. I just think because I rock with Nate. Nate's a great dude, but
he lasted 2 rounds. Beep, beep. Oh, listen, I would have been done the first part of that. Soon as that first jab hit, he hit me. I'm telling you, I'm down. Like, my body don't work like that.
Get your bag. So, Gil, I want to talk to you about demanding a trade. Now, you're an NBA player. What is the proper protocol or procedure to go about doing this? Do you still show up to the facility and give your all and just hope that it'll work out? Or are you like, y'all, I'm going to be at the crib, let me know where I'm going?
Demanding the trade is like, you want to do that in the off season. Like during season, that's kind of hard because you don't want to be there, but you still got to keep performing. It all depends on what the situation is. Every situation is different. You want to be traded because the team is just not good. You're probably still going to go out there and play. If you're demanding a trade because something happened within the team and you don't want to be there anymore, that's a whole different type of play because you don't want to play. So that's where fake injuries coming from and all that stuff. So it all depends.
And were you ever in a situation like that where maybe you're playing with a guy and he don't want to be there? And how do you as a teammate, like, damn, you don't want to play with me? Like, do you take that personal, or you're like, yo, I get it, Doc, I'm trying to go with you?
No. I remember one teammate, great teammate, and we kind of understood. So Antonio Daniels, at a part of it, I think it was like 2006-07 year, he wanted a trade, or was it? It was probably there or after. It was probably the year after that, and I don't think I was playing, but he was coming off the bench, and it was one of those things where he's like, I'm a starter. Our starting guard is out. It's me. Why am I coming off the bench to this mediocre player? You know what I mean? I'd rather get traded to someone like, sitting behind like a Chris Paul, or sitting behind somebody like, a young talent I can help groom. Yeah. It was one of those things where it's like, why am I coming off the bench to this player versus?
And if you were that player though, how do you feel? It was like, damn, dog.
He didn't say that.
Can I get my bird?
He didn't say that to the player,
okay.
But it was like, it was a veteran talk.
Okay.
And what's so funny, a couple of days later, he was traded to New Orleans. Under somebody like Chris Paul, but it was just that was the only time I had to deal with someone who really wanted to, like be traded. It wasn't like it was like the playing time versus like, yo, I'm a veteran, this is what I do. I'm behind Gilbert Arenas. I'm not gonna sit behind this right here. It was one of those.
So, how did you were involved in trades? What does that feel like for you as a player? Did you want out? What was the situation?
Well, yeah, that was I wanted out. It was right after, coming back. I wasn't comfortable, playing in DC. Felt like, I disappointed them. Wow. So, just like anybody, I feel like I disappointed you, I'm running. So it was one of those where I really wanted to just hurry up and get traded so I can get a freshman start. But usually, I'm not gonna lie, usually during the trade deadlines, That is the most exciting part of the locker room, bro. Oh my God, that's the funniest part. Like watching people, like who's on that bubble of getting traded, just nervous, not understanding like what's going on. Like, oh, just watching them just go, especially for a guy like me who's a jokester. Oh, I used to come up with I used to do this with my phone, like, da-da. Oh, there's a trade. Hey, bro, you've been traded, yeah. Where? Oh, hold on. Yeah, you got traded to Detroit for two signed autograph balls, a few pom-poms, and that was it. Yeah, you've been traded. And I used to just do that. Like when people are like, da-da-da, that's all we used to do the whole trade deadline. And that was probably the best part of the season.
So we had Kuz on the show, and I think Kuz was kind of a guy who always had to deal with that. You know, his name would always be in trade talks around that. So when you have a guy like that who doesn't end up get traded, you know, what's their mood like after that deadline passes and they know they're gonna be with the squad the rest of the year?
As much as they want to say that they're upset, I'm pretty sure relief.
Yeah.
Because they don't just have to uproot and just go and be with another team and try to learn that system and not thinking that, oh shit, after that, those 2-3 months, I might be traded again. You know, so, you know, a little relief that for at least for the next 3-4 months, you're stationary.
For sure. And then,
But it is funny, not even gonna lie.
what's it like for you as a teammate to be on the other side and then see a guy's been traded? You come in like, damn, we're not teammates no more, dog.
That's the funny part. Just you playing, you hooping, and then, you know, you talking shit, and then you got traded. Like, yeah. All right, dog. Hey, listen, man. You going where? I heard that. Yeah. Well, good luck over there. All right, man. Look, I don't know when we play you guys, but I'm gonna bust your ass because I know what you're gonna be trying to do. And then click. And then you're like, you know what? I might need to block him. He ain't my teammate no more. I'm going to go ahead and block him. You know, get him out of the rotation, get him off the group chat. Nah, that doesn't say it's more.
Are you moving guys off the group?
Yeah, you move guys off
immediately off the group chat.
Yeah, you move guys off the group chat. It's fun. That's what I said. It's more of a funny thing than it is serious. Listen, it's serious, but it's funny because of the team. Like if you have a funny, like loving team, they're gonna make the trade like a little humorous.
This episode of No Chill is brought to you by 8 Sleep. Good sleep is an ultimate game changer. More than 30% of Americans struggle with sleep, and temperature is one of the main causes of poor sleep. If I work out at the gym all day, I'm still going to be running hot when I hit that pillow. And I got tired of a hot mattress making me not tired. Now, I am falling asleep in record time faster than I have before. All thanks to my 8 Sleep Pod Pro Cover. The Pod Pro Cover by 8 Sleep is the most advanced solution on the market for thermal regulation. It pairs dynamic cooling and heating with biometric tracking. You can add the cover to any mattress and start sleeping as cool as 55 degrees or as hot as 110 degrees. The temperature of the cover will adjust each side of the bed based on your sleep stages. Biometrics and bedroom temperature reacting intelligently to create the optimal sleeping environment. The result? 8 Sleep users fall asleep up to 32% faster and reduce sleep interruption by 40%. Pod Pro Cover by 8 Sleep is being used by the top athletes like me all over the world, including 2021 fitness man on earth, Justin Medeiros. Good sleep is the ultimate game changer for recovery. And now you can go to 8sleep.com/nochill to check out the Pod Pro Cover and save $150 at checkout. That's 8sleep.com/nochill.
So what I want to know, I've always been curious, like the trade happens, guy has his locker. Who comes in and cleans the locker? Does the team staff do it? Does he get one last moment in his locker?
The staff do it. Like I remember back in the day, if you heard, was it Jerome James? Who went into the locker room and he found out he was traded because there was a trash bag in his locker room. It was a trash bag in his locker. So that was like, you've been traded, you got to clear your shit out. And you remember he did the press conference where I guess it was like, it was Seattle Spurs. They were playing each other. I forgot. I think he was on Seattle. and they were beating the Spurs, and he went, I went from trash to heel. That was the best line I've ever heard after a trade. He said, I went from trash to heel.
And then are you ever salty? Like, damn, he got traded to a good team. Do you ever have that feeling?
Oh, no,
like,
you hate that too.
Like, oh.
Because when I got traded, I got traded to Orlando. Brittany Haywood and Karan and Deshaun got traded to Dallas, and they became champions. It's like, bro, all that hard work I did, all the shooting I did, and they get the championship.
And are they kind of stunting on you? Like,
Oh no, yeah.
they're like you showing the
Yeah, I got to call them champs for the rest of our time.
Yeah.
I know, it kind of hurts, right? You know, you got guys who used to rebound and set screens for you, you know, champions now.
And the last one I ask you, is there any city that under no circumstance would you ever want to get traded to?
Bucks. Let's see.
Milwaukee is cracking. I just want to,
Huh?
because I'm pandering for more tickets. Milwaukee's a cracking city.
You know, okay, so there's this, we call it the 3 M's. It's the 3 M's. Michigan. Is it Michigan, Minnesota, Memphis? Is those the 3? Any M's? The state. Michigan, Memphis, Minnesota. Don't want to go there.
So what about Wisconsin? That's not it. It's a dub.
What?
Milwaukee?
Come on.
It's a thriving city.
Come on. Let's just be honest.
All right, Cleveland or Milwaukee? That's what I'm gonna leave you with on this segment. You got your choice. You can go to Cleveland or Milwaukee.
Like I never left the hotel in Milwaukee. I never left the hotel in Milwaukee, so I don't really. I really don't. It was just one of those things. Like I don't. Like why am I? What am I doing when I go outside? There's nothing here.
Damn.
Who wants to go? I don't go outside. I don't go out Milwaukee, Minnesota. Like, Detroit, you definitely don't want to go to Detroit. Like, you definitely don't want to go outside over there. Like, Sacramento, obviously. Damn, that's a lot of Spurs, San Antonio. I heard that was, if you let Charles Barkley listen to it. There's a
lot of hotels you're not leaving. You pull up, you're just, shades? And I'm in here.
There's just some cities I just didn't go out. It was just stay in the hotel day. That's what I said. Like, so I've never walked around San Antonio, so I don't know nothing about it because it was just.
We got some rich history though, right? Where's the Alamo at? That's San Antonio?
Yeah, come on, I'm an NBA player, man. I'm not going there to see the Alamo, man.
But your culture, Gil,
I'm not going there to see the Alamo.
Go see
what
some
am I supposed
sights.
to see? A bunch of statues of people shooting at each other?
Go see some
I
sights.
know, I'm not going there.
The little river joint, I've never seen it.
Memphis, you just had, they had one street, right? It was just one street, right? Bill Street.
I know they got ribs.
It was Bill Street, that was it. Detroit, yeah, you just stay in. I think we were staying at the Peabody. You just stay in, you don't want to go out there. It's just named for itself, okay? You know what's so funny? This is how Detroit is. You ever see that like any TV show that like people got superhuman powers? Like something happened to the city and then like people, like Black Thunder. You seen Black Thunder, right? That's Detroit. That can happen in Detroit. That's a city that, like something's going on in here. Like they can jump out the gym for no reason. It must be the water or something. That's Detroit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's Detroit.
So Gil, I want to move to AAU. Mm-hmm. You played on the AAU side. You're an AAU parent now. I remember the first time I saw you, you were playing with the Pumps in the Inland Empire somewhere. I'm just like, who is this dude, shifty guard, getting all these buckets that I'd never seen before? Because I try to fashion myself as like a hoops head in LA, just knowing everybody. But you're a Valley dude. I didn't touch the Valley too much later in my life. But I want to know now that you're on the other side of it. You've gone from an AAU hooper to a AAU parent. What's a piece of advice that you would give to AAU parents out there?
Be realistic. That's advice because AAU parents are so that it's not even funny. Like when we came up, it was the elite. Like, you had to really be a hooper. You had to really be a star to actually make a 12 roster team. Like even if that program had 3 divisions in that team, like 3, like A, B, and C.
Yeah.
C probably averaged 30 on his high school team. Now it's Park League basketball inside of AAU, and parents all think their kid should be playing. And just listening to parents yell and complain and shoot the ball. Like, I don't even know why he's playing. He shouldn't even be in this gym, let alone shoot that shit. He can't dribble. I don't even know if he knows what team he's on at this point. But do not say shoot, because when he touches it, he's probably going to just chuck it. That's what we're looking at. What I mean by delusion, okay, the NBA, right? A high-level player shoots 90%. Curry shooting 90%, 95% from the free throw line. All right, you have your Dame Leonard, them shooting 80s. AAU parents think their kids should be shooting 98 to 100 from the free throw line. And they're 10, 11, 12. And I'm sitting here like, listen, the free throw line is kind of like the three-point line. I'm just assuming that this shit's not going in, okay? I don't know what you're thinking, but your son's been at the free throw line 5 times today, and he's 0 for 8. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be 0 for 10. So you sitting there yelling at him that he's gonna get a spanking after the game if he misses these 2 free throws, that is just automatic and ass whip, because there's no way he's making both these free throws with that kind of pressure. You know what I mean? And they're down by 40, so I don't even know what the the concern of these free throws, but that's what you're dealing with AAU basketball, just delusions.
So what's your approach, obviously playing in the NBA now as a league dad? Like, my pops played in the league, so when he showed up to games, he wasn't really vocal. He would just be out there, but he used to do this shit where if he was pissed off, whether my older brother, me, my younger brother's playing, he would drop his keys really loud. Like a loud audible key drop at a quiet moment, just to try and get the coach's attention, let him know he's salty. So are you allowed that? Are you just chilling in the cut? Like, how are you at during
I don't really say anything. Like, if I say anything to the kids, it just be like, yo, Euro. It'd be like, do certain moves, but I try not to interfere with their play. Because they're playing a game on how they see the game, not how I'm seeing it from, my view. So, it's like being at your computer desk and you have a certain way of how you organize your thing and how you're typing, and someone coming up like, push send now, hit these buttons. Like, no, that's not how you work. So same thing with a basketball player, and you sitting there yelling, shoot. Obviously, if he thought he could make it, he would have shot that shit, all right? So no, don't just sit there yelling shit out. You're this game up. Now he's looking, everything he does, he want to see what his parents do. Y'all sitting over there with the attitude, and it's like, so I just sit there chilling, most likely watching Netflix. Like, I'm serious, the shit's so boring, I'm not even gonna lie. It's like, what am I really expecting? It's halfway over, the score is 22-16.
So when you're dealing with parents of other kids and they're telling you said they're delusional, they're telling you some far-fetched shit, how do you react to that yourself when they're like, oh, he's D1, or like when they ask your opinion, how do you politely tell them that their son is ass?
Like, I've heard like, yo, my kid is gonna get us out of the hood. Hey, what is that? I don't. The pressure that kid has. Ooh, I feel sorry for him later on in life. But just hearing the stuff of like D1, my kid's gonna play in high school or this, and my kid should be getting more playing time, and I'm just sitting here like, like I don't know what sport or what y'all are watching. Like, I don't know what part of the game that you're watching that has you thinking that he's gonna be in the pros, but we're not watching the same game. First of all, you're 5'1", your wife's 5 foot. and he is the center on this team. And most likely he's going to be 5'1.5", 5'2". I'm sure the league is not an option right here. I mean, we can work on being a ball boy or equipment manager, strength coach, overzealous strength coach. You can be one of those, but an actual player, I don't think that's going to happen. But no parent wants to hear it, so I just keep it to myself and make little funny comments.
So obviously, I'm sure you're dealing with a lot of other former NBA players that have kids now in the circuit with your son and your daughter. Is there competition amongst you guys, like, especially like depending on the hierarchy of how good they were in the NBA? Like, is there some competitiveness from guys who maybe weren't as good as you, but now they've got their kid and they think their kid's gonna be the one to?
No, because usually if you played in the NBA, like you actually understand the steps it takes. So you're not really paying attention to early success. You got, some kids are going to be dominant early, some who are going to peak in the middle, some are late bloomers. So you actually understand it because you've been there. So you was one of the three, and you've seen one of the three fail. So you've seen guys who were just ranked, they're the man, and then they just don't make it. So you're really just enjoying your kids just playing. Most of the time, kids are usually on the same team. So you're basically cheering for each other, in a sense. So.
But is there any like dry hating going on too? Like, all right, you took enough shots, give my son the rock.
No, not really. Not really.
No,
I haven't came across any of that yet. But if I did, it'd be one of those like, hey, listen, I didn't pass it to. I didn't pass it to his daddy, so you don't pass it to him. All right, keep the family line going. All right, he was the number 2 option. His son's gonna be a number 2 option. It runs in the family. That bloodline runs in the family.
His whole family been assistant pimp. He's gotta be an assistant pimp. Gilbert, just want to say appreciate you for dropping knowledge. But yeah, we'll be back with more, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in. This is No Chill with Gilbert Arenas.